Hi, it's Snorgle. Welcome back to Undusted. Let us in the past. So I think this will be a final video for this. I think the story is wrapping up. The call was between Mom and my aunt. From her voice and coughing, I could hear how difficult it was for Mom to talk. After I left home, my pride and drive to prove myself held me back from contacting Mom. All this time, I never once thought about how Mom must have felt. Okay, but this is on her. She's okay. I didn't think she would regret what she had done. Nor did I know that she called me. If I just called her when I changed my number. Chapter 4. Nevertheless. A letter from the past. Clean the item. The attic key, okay. As I look at the old attic key I found in Mom's typewriter, it reminded me of the excuse that brought me back home. Finding my aunt's necklace. Maybe she knew everything and sent me here on purpose. I held the rusted key in my hand. It felt so cold and hard, but somehow also warm. As I cleaned the key, Mom and Andy's conversation continued. Oh, interesting. Oh. I felt like I was looking at myself. When Adora said something had called her talented, she was just like my young, naive self. It was too painful to see her talking with those bright eyes full of hope. At that moment, I wasn't looking at Adora, but rather at the child lady. No, exactly, you were projecting. This is a fancy key. Look at that. Very fancy. The heck? I don't think I've lived anywhere that had an attic, like a keyed attic. Well, so most of the places that I've lived that have attics, here in the US, they're like this fold down thing from the ceiling in like some hallway or the garage or something. And like you sort of open it up from the ceiling and then some stairs plop down. Like these foldy stairs plop down. I've never seen one that had like a lock. Okay. I liked it, like kind of old school, going back to I like this kind of old school, going back to the beginning, right? I hope there's something to clean more than just this, though, because I kind of was looking forward to that. Okay, let's see. Where else? There's some dirty stuff there. Trying to see if we can do this one without any hands. We probably can't, but there's a little bit down there still, yes. A little bit there. Oh, there's some in there too. Look at that scrunch in there on the inside. That's what I was worried about. Inside scrunch. Oh, yep. There's some in there. Some in there. Can we do it without any hints? Maybe. We're close. We're so close. Very, very close. Let's see. I don't see any there. We may use hints if we want to, but I'm just kind of trying to see if I can get this without using them. Oh, a little bit there. Oh, hold it. A little bit on the tip of the key. Some there too. Look at that. No, that's fine. Oh, man, we just have 0.35, so there's just little tiny things here and there. Like that one didn't even count for one. There's something I'm missing. There's got to be something I'm missing here. We'll zoom in a little bit and see if we can find it. Oh, there's some there. See that? Yeah, there's... Oh, let's see. Oh, we're so close. So close. Nope, that seems fine. Oh, a little bit here, maybe? No. Oh, a little bit here. Yep. We are so close. We're so close. I mean, I kind of would like to get this one without using any hints, so. Let's see now. Oh, a little bit there. Like, I think that's one. Yeah, that was one. Another one over here? No. It's got to be another one like that, though, right? It's got to be one little tiny thing stuck away somewhere in a really difficult to find place. Difficult to see. Got a very specific angle to see it. I think all those are fine. I don't know about that. Everything looks fine up here. What about down here? Man, I don't know how that one guy that I watched did it. He did the demo and he didn't use any hints on the entire demo. Where is it? I may have to acquiesce and go ahead and just do it, but we'll see. Let's just look. Oh, is that one? That's not. I don't see any down there. And I don't see any down there. I don't see any in there. Just checking every single thing methodically. Just as methodically as I can. Well, let's just use Ant. Oh, I would never have seen that in a million years. Oh well. We got the attic key. The attic key I found inside the typewriter. What will I find in the attic? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, nice. Oh, this is a fancy attic. The recording ended with a violent cough from Mom. I was left stunned, my heart painfully heavy. After some time, I collected myself and headed to the attic with the key in tow. The attic had always been Mom's private space. When I snuck in as a child, it looked more like a storage room than somewhere I so often wondered why Mom liked using it. Her diary. As if to answer that question from my childhood, I found an old desk and a chair in one corner of the room. On the desk laid a necklace and a dusty journal with an all too familiar name, your mom's name. If I never came back to this house and cleaned it, if I'd left those mementos undisturbed beneath dust, I would have never learned about Mom's true feelings. I had a feeling that this diary had been waiting here all this time, just for me. I carefully brushed away the thick dust and opened it. You're not going to have me brush it away? For Pete's sake. That day, when Adora handed me her tape with such excitement on her face, I could see the hope in her eyes, that innocent face certain she could realize her dream. I knew that face well. I was afraid that she would curse her wasted years and regret everything. I need to stop this now. For her sake, I chose to be harsh. I believed that her hating me was the less of two evils. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. When I started to tidy up Adora's belongings, I was able to see the remnants of my dreams in her hands. Through them, I could feel her sorrows and joys. That was what I looked back on my past. My younger self, who I had thought naive and foolish, was shining as brilliantly as those traces of Adora. I never wanted to tell her my true feelings. But I can't reach her anymore. All I can do is wait. I hope you return one day so I can tell you this. Adora, it was thanks to you that I was able to face myself again. Even though I was ashamed of my past, I was happy to see a part of myself in you. I had hurt you so gravely, yet you brought me comfort. I should have said this to you sooner. No matter what path you choose to walk in life, no matter how you live your life, I will always love you and support you. Wow. Oh, she got the tape. Mom's diary ended there. After closing it, I noticed a letter laying on a corner of the desk. There was also something I thought I'd never see, the cassette tape that I recorded my first song on. I put the tape into the cassette, opened the envelope. The letter inside contained the lyrics, which seemed to accompany my song. I slowly recited Mom's lyrics. My novice melody and poetic verses complemented each other well, as if they'd been always together from the very start. Oh, that's nice. What would you do to see those lost birds once again? Looking above, your eyes danced with the dawning sky. Gleaming with hope, they were clear as crystal. Was it me who dusted everything? Bright in my dreams, you're singing to the moon and stars, even lighting up the room behind you. Oh. Yeah, and we're going to hear the song. And that was Undusted. Letters from the Past. I think this was done by a very, very small studio out of Korea. I want to say maybe it was a primarily woman studio.
What would you do to see those lost birds once again?
What a lovely game. This was such a delightful game. I need to check into this and see if they made anything else, because I really I'm going to turn this down a little bit because I'm a little concerned about. Ooh. Wow, that was a rough little out of tune singing there. I enjoyed this tremendously. I really enjoyed this a lot. It was so much fun. Such kind of a slightly original take on the whole sort of cleaning genre. It was really interesting. I loved how they actually slowly progressed things forward, like very carefully and very slowly. They really moved things forward just a little bit, made it just hard. Like the story was really interesting, and every single level was just slightly harder than the previous one in very interesting ways. I loved the fact that some of the tools you used, you had to use specific tools. You couldn't just brute force your way into it after a while. That was really interesting. I enjoyed that tremendously. And I don't think this was expensive. I got this on sale, but I don't think it was particularly expensive. What a great game. What an absolutely fantastic game. I pick it up. I think that even if you watch this, I think that you would enjoy playing it. Wow, this is a significantly larger. I thought this was a smaller studio. I must be thinking of a different game, because this is actually good sized. Ooh. That's yeah. That one note in particular, each time they've done the verses, there's a little off. A little out of tune. That's okay. I thought the story was interesting. It was actually pretty touching and actually choked me up several times. But I think we're supposed to have a little bit of sympathy for the mom, but I kind of don't, because I understand that's difficult, that you're sending your writing to somebody you deeply admire, probably somebody famous, and they're a real jerk to you. And I think that if somebody being a jerk to you, dissuades you from pursuing life as an artist, that probably is for the best, because there's going to be a lot of people who are going to do that. An enormous amount. And it's just, you just need to have a very, very thick skin. But also just treating your daughter like that, taking the gift that she worked so hard for you and throwing it in the trash, and not, everybody makes mistakes, and everybody does things on impulse that are mistakes. And thank you so much for having me play the game. Thank you. And thank you for making it. But everybody makes mistakes, and owning up to your mistakes, I think, is really, really super important. Anyway, Oh, that's a nice ending. Thank you so much for this entire playthrough of Undusted. Letters from the Past. Coming up next, something new. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time for a brand new game. See you next time.